Darth Bane. As the creator of the Rule of Two, Darth Bane met the end he had always envisioned, at the hands of his own apprentice. He goaded Darth Zannah into a duel by threatening to replace her with Darth Cognus. On the dark world of Ambria, in 988 BBY, Bane's mastery of Gemso and physical strength overcame Zannah's defensive form of Sorsu. But she struck back with Sith sorcery, summoning dark side tendrils that ripped through him and severed his arm. Desperate, Bane tried the forbidden essence transfer ritual to claim her body, but Zannah overpowered him. She crushed his mind and claimed the title of Dark Lord of the Sith. In the Bane trilogy, from Star Wars Legends, small details like Zannah's hand twitching the same way Bane's did make it unclear whether Darth Bane really died or if his spirit continued within Zannah. However, in canon, Yoda's encounter with the spirit of Bane serves as concrete evidence that Zannah successfully expelled Bane's presence. Darth Zannah. In Star Wars Legends, Darth Zannah's death is never shown. After defeating Darth Bane, she trains Darth Cognus as her apprentice, and following the Sith Rule of Two, it's implied Cognus eventually kills her to take the mantle of Dark Lord, but the details remain a mystery. Darth Cognus. Cognus's death is never revealed in any Star Wars media, but we do know after becoming Dark Lord of the Sith, she trains Darth Millennial, but he rejects the Rule of Two and leaves her. From that moment, history loses track of her. No story ever tells how she died, who killed her, or who took her place. Her fate remains a mystery. Darth Millennial. Darth Millennial's death is never told. Apprenticed to Darth Cognus, he rejected the Rule of Two and left to form the Prophets of the Dark Side. From there, he disappears from history, no record of when or how he died, yet his splinter sect endures for generations, serving even Emperor Palpatine himself. Darth Vectivus. In Star Wars Legends, Darth Vectivus' death is one of the rare peaceful endings for a Sith. Known as the ethical Sith, he ruled without cruelty, focusing on wealth and knowledge. After retiring to the mining asteroid he had lived and worked on, he died of natural causes, surrounded by friends and family, leaving behind a legacy very different from most Dark Lords of the Sith. Darth Gravid. When Gravid became Dark Lord of the Sith, he began questioning the dark side itself. Believing the Sith Order would fall unless its teachings were hidden, he started destroying holocrons, artifacts, and Sith tomes on Jaguada. His apprentice, Darth Gean, opposed this, leading to a brutal confrontation. Gravid severely injured her, but Gean ultimately overpowered and killed him. Gravid's attempt to blend Jedi ideals with Sith doctrine and his destruction of Sith knowledge set the Order back for generations, leaving a lasting, catastrophic impact on the Sith legacy. Darth Gean. Her death is not explicitly detailed in the available canon or Legends materials. After killing her master, Darth Gravid, in 533 BBY, Gean continued the Sith lineage by taking an apprentice of her own, adhering to the Rule of Two established by Darth Bane. However, the specific circumstances of her death, such as how, when, or by whom she was killed, remain unspecified in the records. Darth Guile. Guile is a Sith Lord mentioned in Star Wars, Darth Plagueis by James Luceno. He is noted for comparing the Sith to malignant cells that spread undetected and ultimately destroy their host. However, the novel does not provide details about Guile's death or his successor. As a result, his fate remains unspecified in the available sources. Darth Ramage. Ramage was a scientist and alchemist, known for his experiments involving the cephalons, a species capable of perceiving past and future events. The specifics of Ramage's death are not detailed in the available sources. It is known that his apprentice, possibly Darth Tenebrous, eventually killed him, but the circumstances surrounding this event remain unspecified. Darth Tenebrous. Tenebrous was a Bith Dark Lord of the Sith, who was killed by his apprentice Darth Plagueis in 67 BBY during an incident on the planet Baldemnik. While investigating a cortosis ore deposit, an explosion occurred in the mining tunnels. Tenebrous used the Force to stabilize the situation, but Plagueis, seizing the opportunity, collapsed the tunnel, causing Tenebrous's death. Darth Plagueis. Plagueis, the Sith who could prevent death, was betrayed and killed in his sleep by his own apprentice, Darth Sidious, later known as Emperor Palpatine. Despite his mastery of the dark side and his experiments with life in midi-chlorians, Plagueis was completely unprepared. Sidious got his master drunk while celebrating his election as Supreme Chancellor, then struck with lethal Force lightning, ending the life of the powerful Bith and seizing the mantle of Dark Lord of the Sith. Darth Sidious. Sidious, the Emperor of the Galactic Empire, met his end during the Battle of Endor in 4 ABY. He unleashed deadly Force lightning on Luke Skywalker, intending to kill the last Jedi and cement his power. But Darth Vader, torn between loyalty to his master and love for his son, made a final choice. In an act of redemption, he lifted Sidious and hurled him into a reactor shaft, sacrificing himself to save Luke and destroy the Emperor, ending decades of Sith tyranny. However, in both canon and legends, Sidious returns. In canon, we don't fully know how Palpatine returned. All we know for certain is that it took Rey, with the power of all the Jedi, to defeat him. In legends, Sidious returned by using Sith essence transfer rituals to send his spirit into a series of prepared clone bodies in vats on the hidden Imperial world of Biss. Luke destroyed several of Palpatine's clone bodies in Dark Empire, but Palpatine's final death happened when Jedi Empatogio's brand intercepted the Emperor's escaping spirit and dragged it into the Force, preventing him from ever returning. Darth Maul. Darth Maul dies on Tatooine in 2 BBY when he confronts Obi-Wan Kenobi one final time. Obi-Wan ends the duel in a single, precise strike after Maul attempts the same move he used to kill Qui-Gon. As Maul dies in Obi-Wan's arms, he asks if the Chosen One will avenge them, revealing that after a lifetime of rage, Maul's last moment is finally one of clarity and release. Darth Tyrannus. Count Dooku's death was the result of a duel carefully staged by Darth Sidious to push Anakin toward the dark side and remove his now expendable apprentice. Sidious arranged the entire hostage situation on the Invisible Hand, ordering Dooku and General Grievous to capture Anakin and Obi-Wan rather than kill them. Dooku believed the plan was to test Anakin, weaken Obi-Wan, and help guide Anakin toward joining them. But Sidious had a different goal. He wanted Anakin to kill Dooku and take his place. During the duel, Palpatine pretended to be a helpless captive while subtly manipulating Anakin, urging him to draw on anger and then commanding, "Do it!" once Dooku was defenseless. Only then did Dooku realize Sidious had betrayed him, using the duel as a trap to make Anakin break the Jedi Code and take his first decisive step toward becoming Darth Vader. Darth Vader. Darth Vader dies in 4 ABY aboard the second Death Star after saving Luke from Emperor Palpatine. When Palpatine tries to kill Luke with Force lightning, Vader finally chooses his son over the dark side, lifts the Emperor, and throws him down the reactor shaft. But this moment is more than a physical sacrifice. It's the true death of Darth Vader. By choosing compassion over hatred, Anakin Skywalker breaks free of the Sith persona he created and is spiritually reborn. His damaged cybernetics fail soon after, but his physical death comes only after the dark side identity of Vader has already been destroyed, allowing Anakin to die redeemed at his son's side.